It's been an interesting journey because when I first started doing speaking myself, it was really to amplify my business as a Qigong teacher. But I've also been doing theater since I was 7 years old. Theater is sort of in my blood at this point, and I'm in a theater company, and been performing for most of my life. But one of the things that I think that qigong, it's like qigong and performing at this point are inextricable to me. But one of the things I know as a coach is that there are certain ways in which speakers are taught to tell stories that are sort of a template, and I'm kind of a out of the template, out of the box type of coach. So I'm not really looking to do what's called the J story, which is like things are good right now, but they weren't always this way, and I went through this hardship, and now things are better. There's this kind of a curve of a story that most speakers do. And sometimes I feel like if I hear one more story like that, my head's going to explode because our lives are so much richer than that template. So really, when I'm working with people, part of what I do is I work with drawing out stories. A lot of people come to me, then they feel like, oh, I don't really have a story, or I don't have trauma. Some people do have trauma, and that's what they've built their business around. Their mess is their message. But other people, it's like, I'm not even sure that this matters or anything like that. It's like things that we take for granted, we may not even realize might be a real inspiration for other people. And I have a knack for being able to draw that out from people. I always have, and I love doing it. It's an excavation process. So I'm teaching people how to tell stories in a way that pops, so that they're not just sort of that generic, this happened and then that happened and then that happened, but really more looking like, how do we breathe life into every moment when you're telling your story or when you're speaking about your message? How do you breathe life into that? What does that look like? What are the techniques that you can use to do that?